I'm listening to you. Oh, no, you're not. I need that telephone booth. Get out of that telephone booth. Have you ever tried to go to New York in Chinatown and try to use a telephone? Making bets on telephones and always using the telephone. Wait a second. It's Superman. Can I help you? Oh, no, I don't have a telephone booth here. B-O-O-T-H, time heaven of creation. 2 O's are 30. Beta world, time heaven of creation. Barack Obama, the telephone booth. Oh, Superman, but you can come in and go in my room and pretend to change in my room, and there's a telephone in there. He needs a telephone because he has to change. The Matrix. And then Underdog used the telephone booth. In Get Smart, he used the telephone booth to go down into the underworld, to control, because of chaos. We're causing chaos. We're not listening to enough. Maxwell Smart, number 86, 68, 86, it says planet. 6 and 8 and 6 and 8 is 14 and 14. 28 is time on your back because you're now connected to the moon. 28 is man of the moon cycle, which is about the hips. If you're controlled by the moon cycle, then all men inside of women are controlled by the hips. Means man has to be controlled by the moon inside his body by the hips. So all these telephone booths, 32 and 28, that's 60 seconds on a clock. And it also stands for Clockwork Orange. Orange is number of the same thing, 60. 60 equals 66. 2 hemispheres. Bring in the one light into the 2 hemispheres of the 2 sides, and you're rocking and rolling. So everybody's going into these telephone booths. So now if you take Maxwell Smart of 68 instead of 86, and 99, which is Barbara Feldman, 99 and 68 is 167. The spirit is 76. Why? 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals 6 and 7 again. 1 plus 7, 1 times 7 equals 7 and 8 is 15, creates the egg. 1 and 6 will create the egg. Because 1 and 6 becomes 13, are there any other ways to create 13 besides 1 plus 6? How do we create 13 without 1 plus 6? 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals 7 and 6 is 13. Then it recreates 55. 7 times 6 plus 7 plus 6 equals 55. CF.L scoring, the clock runs on the point after because your spirit light is still turned on, which means you're getting information while you sleep. So it's all about the telephone booth. And then there was a movie in a telephone booth where there was a sniper out there telling a guy in the telephone booth, you better do this, and if you don't do it, and he tells him to go and reach above the telephone booth, there's a gun. And everybody thinks he's holding a gun, and the cops are after him in the telephone booth when it was a guy somewhere else making him do it, or I'll shoot you, I have your wife, he said. Of bombs bursting in air. 120, okay, times 500, which is the biggest bill in Monopoly, which is the number of pool balls added up to 15, equals 65, the white wolf, equals to 6,000 years. Israel. The dog is 2608. 6,000, 28 years. 28 all comes together, and it mixes with Zion. 0 is 64. The cat. The dog is 26. It's the X and the Z letter. The in-between is the Y. Y is the in-between the 2 of the Y. The Y equals the 25th letter. 2 and 5 is 7. 2 times 5, 2 plus 5, equals to, back to Lovejoy. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 plus 5 is 7. If it was on a clock, you'd have 10 hours and 7 minutes. So you automatically need 4 numbers because you got to put something in front of that 7. The 70 Jubilees, 70 by 50 is 35, which is 3.5. Blowing out the candles in Candlestick Park. Number 70 actually stands for the R or the King, the 50 stars of 70, which Moses can also be done in many different numbers, but this has to do with the Illuminati, the doggos, the pound key, and again, 56, 30 times 47 in eggs comes out to 56, 54, plus I added on Uranus. Then I go to 5748. Then I add on red, which red is how it all began, the beta system of Uranus, 7th planet and 2nd planet, or 2 times 7, 2 plus 7 ends up saying win. B and G also says 2 and 9, 2 and 7 is 9. It says B-I-G, win. Big win. There's just tons, just tons, just tons. Just tons. Just tons. At the same time, P and H, which is created by 4s, gets to A and F, which is 1 and 6. The one spirit life is made by 4 by 4 and 4 by 4. 16 and 18 equals 24 of the cat scan because of the one spirit, or the one light that lights up 6. 2B, 4D. B and D says Betty or Betty Bye. Now we spoke of Maxwell Smart. We spoke of this is the piano of how it works, the way numbers come together, the way you always know that there's a point. There's 3 here, but there's a point at the end because it's a 3-point pyramid that shows this. You can do the 4-point pyramid, but now you're connecting 2 sides. You solidified 2 sides. You can't solidify by taking 2 triangles and putting them together. You end up with 1 space in the 2 sides. This ends up here and this ends up here. Plus you have your own side. And when you put 2 V's into each other, it'll create a K. It'll create a diamond shape in the center that looks like an O. You'll have like a KO. Do you understand what I'm saying? 2 V's over each other create that because there's a line going down that picks up the vibration within between. Raphael 7286 and the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching all about the telephone booth. Is there anything else we can mention about the telephone booth? Telephones, communication, and number 52. Why? Because B and E is Bell, under the ground. Under the ground. Under the ground. The earth. The groundskeeper, the ground crew coming into a baseball game. Now we have the Poconosy River in New York, and we have that San Francisco Bay where Alcatraz, the computers are rocking and rolling. So that Lake Mead wasn't only about filling up the sediments, it had to do with something in San Francisco. A long way away? It's not a long way away. They go millions of miles talking about millions and millions of miles, so this ain't far at all. This is like spitting across the street. Thank you for watching. Raphael 7286. If there's anything I said in the video, if I hurt somebody's feelings, I just did another video for an hour and I'm not even sure if it uploaded yet. I did not look. If I say something wrong, if you want to tell me something, and guys, come on, okay? I mean, it hurts my feelings for you to tell me I'm an idiot or an asshole. Because, I mean, now I got to look up the word asshole and go, what the fuck is asshole? Okay, I got an ace in the hole giving me the spirit light. So this guy's giving me enlightenment. You tell me I'm an idiot, now I have to connect to all the lights because IT is the computer world. Now I have to use my brain. If you call me a jerk, then you're telling me I'm doing everything right because jerk is J and E, which says I. RK is the resident angel of 666 in the alpha world of the spirit light. Because of the KR that sits together, and R is AR, put the K in front, I'm driving a car. So you haven't told me anything. All you upset me about is that you can't see the truth of what you said. You're telling me all kinds of good things, but you're trying to bring me down for no reason. But because we can't see eye to eye, it's not fun. Even if you're telling me all these good things. Thank you for watching this video.